Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am super excited to be sharing another layout for Paper House Productions. And so for this particular layout, Sandy, or State Goddess, and I decided to work together. So what we did is we both pulled the same set of kind of basic foundation products for this particular challenge. So from the Explore Your World collection, we both are using this like this cut apart sheet that has the 3x4s and the 4x6s and some tags. And then we're also using that luggage paper that you see in the background that has the stacks of all of the suitcases. And then we also pulled the same 3D sticker pack that is also travel themed from Paper House Productions. And then, so we're going to use those three kind of foundational pieces, both of us, in our videos today. And then we could pull in whatever other elements we wanted to use. And I'm not going to pull in a whole ton of other things. So what I wanted to do was create a grid layout. And so I have three pictures, like one is from the airport, one from the airplane, and then one the view out the airplane window. And this was on a trip that I took by myself going to Colorado to teach crafting classes. And so that grid layout is going to kind of form the basis of my layout. And then I used that yellow, like mustard colored pattern paper is actually on the back of the cut apart sheet. And then I pulled in just a strip of that multicolored airplane paper. And then I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut a bunch of the stacks of luggage. And I want to have one little stack in that upper left-hand corner, which is where I'm going to build an embellishment cluster. And then I'm going to have the other part of it in the bottom lower part of the grid. And so what I did was I cut that same section out twice in two different sizes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one piece of the suitcases under the edge of my photo collage. And then I'm going to put the other piece of it on some dimensional adhesive and put it on top of the photo. So you're really going to get kind of a really dimensional element going on with that particular part. I did go ahead and cut my tag as well as that airplane strip of paper into banners. And then I'm going to just go ahead and kind of build my embellishment clusters. And I did use a 3x4 card that's going to kind of serve as my title in part of that grid layout that just says travel far enough, you meet yourself. And then I've pulled one of the tags from the cut apart sheet. And that's going to go in that embellishment cluster over on the left. And then I also just pulled in a little piece of leftover kind of that mustardy colored paper. And you can see there I'm kind of adding some of that dimension to that extra stack of suitcases that I'm going to overlap onto the top. So part of the stack of suitcases is flat and then part of it is on top of the photo. And I really like that extra dimension and interest it adds having it kind of be half and half. I am going to go ahead and do some pen doodling around the outside edge of the layout, which you see me do often because I feel like it does just kind of finish off and complete the look of the layout. I do end up going back and doing that same pen detailing around all of my layers as well because I really think it helps kind of make everything stand out. So then I'm going to go ahead and grab this 3D sticker pack, and this is the one that Sandy and I are both using today. And I'm just going to kind of pull apart these 3D stickers. So they come pretty bulky in the pack and they're layered up with some pieces underneath. And so rather than have all those layers and all that bulk, I'm pulling those little pieces apart and taking out some of the dimensional adhesive. So in certain places I want it and in other places I don't necessarily want that extra height and kind of bulk. So it's super easy to kind of pull these stickers apart and change them a little bit if you feel like they're a little bit too dimensional for you or for what you're trying to create. Because some of them I think have like 2 or 3 layers, but you can pull them apart and use them in multiple places on your layout to kind of create a continuous look as well. So don't be overwhelmed or don't be thinking, hey, I'll never use those because they're so thick, because you can absolutely pull them apart. I did go back and add just some little groups of dots, kind of some extra doodling into each of my embellishment clusters. And then I am going to pull out some of my Spiegel Mom Scrap sequins because I want to add some sequins to each of my kind of embellishment areas as well. So I'm going to pull out kind of a mustardy yellow, a navy blue, and then a bright pink, just to kind of go with all of the colors that are in my layout itself. I started out thinking I wanted to use red and then went ahead and switched it up to pink because there is just a little bit of pink in that airplane paper. and I felt like it wasn't really represented elsewhere in the layout, so I wanted that little pop of pink to not feel out of place. I am using my Nuvo adhesive to go ahead and get those sequins put in place, and this is one of my absolute, like, not even one of my absolute favorite liquid adhesives. So if you are someone who struggles with liquid glue or you want to try something new, I highly recommend this Nuvo adhesive. There is a link for it down in the comment box below, as well as for all of these Paper House products. Do make sure you also click over to Sandy's channel and check out what she did with the same foundation of products today. And I will also leave you a discount code down in the comments if you want to pick up any of this really fun Explore Your World travel collection. I'll see you soon. Bye!